Want to start a nonprofit but not sure what to work on? Are there so many people you want to help that you're really not sure where to start? Give me the next 5 minutes and I will walk you through how to narrow down the problem that your nonprofit is going to solve so that you can take your huge heart and start making an impact on the community. Hey, I'm Dan Johnson. I am a 4 times nonprofit founder myself, and I've helped over 30 entrepreneurs launch impactful nonprofits. And if there's one question that I ask nonprofit founders over and over again, that question is, what problem will you solve? Unlike for-profits, which are designed to make money, nonprofits are primarily designed to solve a problem, and everything you do will be built around that problem you solve. Now, if it helps, a lot of the new nonprofit founders that I engage, even 3 or 4 years in, they don't exactly know the answer to this question. However, if you can get this down early, it will significantly help you raise money, find volunteers, and ultimately make an impact. And that's what you're here to do. So let's go through exactly what you need to do to narrow down your problem. There are 4 ways that I have found working with nonprofit founders to narrow down the problem that you want to solve. Those 4 ways are the problem itself, the people that you serve, the location that you're in, and what you and your network's skill sets and or passions really are. Let's go through each of those in kind. Number 1, the problem that you solve. Now, there's easy ways to narrow down the problem that you solve. It's just narrow it down to the actual problem you want to solve. So, for example, everybody would say that making everyone in the world happy, healthy, and wise is way too big of a problem. And frankly, it's 3 different problems that you're targeting. But even if you're thinking about, say, mental health, can you narrow that down to a particular illness like schizophrenia? Can you narrow that down to a particular kind of mental health? So we're going to deal with genetic diseases as opposed to picked up in the environment. What can you do to actually narrow down the problem itself, which will really help you focus and really help you stand out? The second thing is narrowing down the people that you serve. If you think about the problem that you're looking to solve, let's say it's homelessness. And there's a lot of organizations that target homelessness, although there may not be a lot in your area. But what group of people could you focus on in targeting homelessness? Could you focus on veterans? Could you focus on families? Could you focus on single moms? What group of people is not really being served right now by the existing organizations and existing structures to tackle homelessness? The third way to narrow down your problem is by location. So this is really effective for organizations that are going to be community-based. Let's say that people in your community who are struggling with employment, and your dream is that no one, not in your community, not in your state, not in your country, has to suffer from unemployment longer than 90 days. If you start nationally, you're going to be competing with a lot of organizations. It's going to be tough to raise money. If you narrow down your problem to just your community or just your county, you can raise a lot more money and get a lot more support because you're the only one focused on that area. For a lot of nonprofits, the easiest thing to do is down to the United States, but you can get down to your state, get down to your community. If you can narrow down your problem to a place, again, you have to be passionate about it. But if you can narrow down your problem to a place, then that's really helpful. And then the final way to narrow down your problem is based on your skills, knowledge, and network. So if you're looking at a couple different problems, say you're looking at a challenge with, do I serve elderly individuals who are struggling with joblessness, or do I serve teens who are struggling with joblessness? What I recommend is a straightforward exercise where you take a sheet of paper. So we'll just grab a sheet of paper here. Take a sheet of paper. On that sheet of paper, put problem, group, location, passion. And just write down all the problems you want to solve, all the groups that you want to serve, all the things you're passionate about, and that might match some of these, and the things that you think your network is good at. And then just prioritize those after you do that. Think about it. Think about what you want to serve, where you want to go. Prioritize those. Get down to 2 or 3. So as you are planning and doing the research for your nonprofit, you will be able to narrow down to one problem. And in most cases, Once you get down to a couple and you start planning, you will be able to narrow down to one problem. If you want my sustainable nonprofit launch plan, just drop me in the comments and I will make sure that you get it. I'm very passionate about helping nonprofit founders launch their organizations and really start making the impact in the community that they really want to make.